Every business today, whether it's your local hospital or the corner store, is feeling this immense pressure to modernize. But what does that actually look like on the ground? Well, today, we're going to take a look at a massive digital leap happening in Telangana, India, to see how technology is completely transforming the way local businesses get things done. All right, so here's our roadmap. First, we'll set the stage and look at the real digital challenges these businesses are up against. Then, we're going to meet a local tech partner that's driving all this change. We'll see how their solutions are shaking things up in healthcare and even retail. And then we'll get to the good stuff, the hard numbers, the real impact. Finally, we'll break down the step-by-step journey for any business that's thinking about doing the same thing. So, let's dive in. Our story starts in Telangana. Now, like so many places, it's a really vibrant region, just filled with local businesses. But behind the scenes, there's this growing tension, this constant pressure to keep up in a world that is going digital and fast. And that's a question every single organization has to ask itself, right? Because let's be honest, standing still just isn't an option anymore. The pressure to adapt is really intense, and it's being felt right down at the local level. Look, what we're really talking about here is moving from chaos to clarity. It's about untangling all those messy manual processes, tracking inventory, managing appointments, or just getting customers served faster. The whole goal is to use technology to work smarter, not harder, and create an experience that keeps people coming back. So, how does an entire region tackle a challenge this big? Well, a lot of the time it starts with a local partner. And in Telangana, a key player in this whole story is a company called 12 IT Solutions. They were actually founded back in 2019 specifically to address this digital gap. What's really cool is that their approach is hyper-local. They're based in Karimnagar, but they serve businesses across the entire state, from Warangal all the way to Hyderabad. So this isn't some one-size-fits-all solution dropped in from somewhere else. This is technology that's built with a deep, deep understanding of what the local market actually needs. And there's probably nowhere that the need for efficiency is more critical than in healthcare. So that brings us to their flagship product, the Hospital Management System, or HMS. And it's a perfect example of how digital transformation can literally have a life-changing impact. So what exactly is an HMS? Think of it like the central nervous system of a hospital. It's one single integrated platform that connects every single department. It makes sure the front desk is talking to the lab, which is talking to the pharmacy, which is talking to the billing office. Everything, all in sync. Now, for patients, this means the whole experience is just so much smoother. The system handles everything from the moment you register to scheduling appointments to even managing the queues with token systems. Doctors get instant access to your electronic medical records, and behind the scenes, things like bed allocation are all tracked and managed digitally. No more guesswork. But the real magic? That happens behind the curtain. This system automates all the hospital's complex logistics. I'm talking automated billing, streamlined insurance claims, and a pharmacy that knows exactly what's in stock at any given moment. It even connects the lab and radiology, so test results and x-rays are instantly attached to the right patient file. It's a game changer. Now, while healthcare is obviously a huge piece of the puzzle, these principles of automation aren't just for hospitals. So let's take a look at how they apply to the other everyday businesses that we all interact with. And what's really smart is they're not trying to reinvent the wheel for every single business. Instead, they partner with established platforms to offer the right tool for the job. So for a manufacturer, that might be a really robust system like Marg to manage the entire business. But for a busy supermarket or a restaurant, it's all about the speed of a specialized point-of-sale system like Richo or Pet Puja. And believe it or not, the specialization goes even deeper. They've got software that automates the whole HR and payroll process, which keeps everything efficient and compliant. And then for service industries like salons and spas, there are specific tools to manage everything from appointments and staff schedules all the way to product inventory. Okay, so all this tech sounds great in theory, right? But what about the real-world impact? This is where we get to the numbers and really analyze the actual return on investment for these businesses. Let's start with a really powerful number, 90%. What is that? Well, that is the typical reduction in costly mistakes. We're talking a 90% drop in billing errors and inventory discrepancies. Just imagine the financial loss and the wasted hours that just vanish with that level of accuracy. It's a direct hit to the bottom line. And the benefits don't even stop there. I mean, look at this.
clients are seeing huge improvements across the board. Administrative overhead drops by 30 to 50%. Operational efficiency shoots up by 25 to 35%. And all of this leads to a direct revenue boost of 20 to 30%. These aren't small tweaks, these are truly transformative results.
So, when you see results like that, you're probably wondering, okay, how does a business actually get there? It's not about just flipping a switch. There's a really structured, thought out approach to making it a success. The whole process is broken down into 5 totally manageable steps. It all kicks off with a deep dive consultation to find the real pain points. From there, a solution is designed specifically for that business, nothing off the shelf. After a smooth implementation, you get to the most crucial part, training, to make sure the entire team feels confident. And finally, it's not a one-and-done deal. Ongoing support ensures the system actually evolves as the business grows.
You know, this quote really just nails the entire philosophy behind this kind of transformation. It's all about moving past those old limitations and using technology as the key to unlock what an organization is truly capable of achieving.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Just take a second and look at your own work, your own organization. What is the one single process that if you could just snap your fingers and automate it today would make the biggest difference? It's something to think about. Thanks for joining me.